Did you like it though? Did you?
Double tap.
What's good, you two? We got the one and only Jay with us today, and we're gonna talk rookies as usual. Let's get it poppin'. So, we were talking wide receivers last time, and
Yeah.
I guess we need to move off of them. Where you want to go next?
Do you think the
Running
running
back.
back class is poop like everybody else?
I mean, that don't mean they can't be talked about.
Yeah. Let's let's see if we can say that some of them are not poop.
So yeah, for me, I'm pretty sure draft capital is going to matter there because my rankings is not like anyone else, and draft capital pretty much would sort everything out. Because right now, my two highest ranked running backs are Bucky Irvin and Jalen Wright,
Jalen Wright
and no one is saying that. And of course, like I said, this happened to me last year. I had what's the kid that got drafted to the Jets in like the fifth or seventh round?
Israel Benikenda.
Yeah, I had him ranked high, pre-draft, but once he get draft capital, he fell in line.
Right,
you
right.
know,
And he's even with the draft capital, still not a good landing spot. Even if he would have got picked in round two, I mean, him being behind Brees Hall.
I would have been. I would. I mean, I still. I mean, I don't. I try not to worry about that because running backs get hurt every day. B. For the same- People die every day. B. Running
Right.
backs get hurt every day. B.
Every
but
day.
so if he would have got the draft capital one, I knew it would have pushed him to get some opportunity. Even if it would have been a bad landing spot, it would have pushed him out there like Charbonnet. You know, even the old boy, even though he didn't do well, I think they pushed our old boy with ETN. What's his name? Payne. They pushed him out there. Give him opportunity. He just didn't seize it.
Who we talking about?
Take
Bigsby?
business. I mean, they gave him an opportunity. He just didn't seize it. But so they will give if they're giving him the draft capital, they will give him an opportunity. That's the whole point of it.
So I think we get to a point in the draft when the pre-draft season where we just run out of shit to talk about, right? Like I was highest on Bigsby. Um, he came in a little smaller. He didn't run as well. He didn't run very well. So it's like, all right, a couple picks can knock. And have the greatest draft capital in round three, and and went behind another running back that was drafted in round one, who I think is better than him, right? Like, so I just think like too many things with that didn't necessarily line up, and we get like we don't everybody, including us, we know draft capital is going to trump a lot of the stuff, or it's going to be a major factor, and how we view these guys dynasty output, right? But for the purpose of this conversation, like that's already understood. Right? We don't have to, or do we have to like constantly state that?
Well, we don't have to constantly say it. I just want to be known, that draft capital changes my formula dramatically. Like, I give people the benefit of the doubt, until the draft capital isn't there, and then they lose a lot of points in my model that I have. That's all I'm
Oh, you got a
trying.
model for running backs too?
Well, everybody, gets got a prospect score, so everybody, you know, so there's a lot of different things they can hit, and I pretend like hey, everybody getting first round draft capital. I don't try to
Mm.
presume the draft capital, and I just give them a score. And once they don't get that, because it's different rounds for different things, I put them in there. So let's say a person don't get third round, up, you got disqualified for this and that, and your score drop. So
In your model, is there something for it's something for draft capital, right? Like how much a team is investing in this
yeah,
player. And then is there something in your model that accounts for landing spot? Like good, bad,
no, I
neutral?
don't,
No.
no, because then it would start getting too opinionated. Because what does that mean? Just because the land spot seems good, it might seem good, but does that really mean anything? Because that landing spot for the Atlanta Falcons seemed great, but
Wait,
I
landing
told you
spot for
that
who seemed good?
for B. John Robinson.
Oh,
But
what was he
I
like?
told you that coach
RB?
was gonna fumble the bag with him and everybody else.
I must have agreed with you. It's not like I mean I
Now you
didn't.
was defending that coach.
I probably was defending. I don't know, man, but I knew for sure Algier was gonna get some a lot of looks.
A lot?
Yeah, he did. Algier got way too many
No, you
looks.
said no. I didn't say he didn't get a lot. I said, you said you assumed he was gonna get a lot. So assuming, even though with Bijan there,
Yeah, I mean, what was Bijan?
I don't know where he fell. I don't know what he finished as.
Shit, Brees Hall
But
finished as two.
currently the consensus number one
RB
running back.
nine,
Okay. Currently the
not
consensus
terrible.
number. No, definitely not. Definitely not. Now if you dropped in the first round, terrible, terrible. Yeah, and a lot of people was drafting him in the first round at one point. So how you feeling about Braylon Edwards? Oh, Allen. He the number one consensus right now in the rookie draft for running backs. How you feel about him?
I was almost about to be a hypocrite. Like, we need to see where he lands with his draft capital. So, I don't feel great, man. I don't feel great. So I got him. It's not good, man. It's not good. I have him as RB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7 in between that. It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah,
Oh, I
three,
don't see
five, six, 7,
the
8.
thing is, man, I don't see the so everyone's gonna compare him to Derrick Henry, but I don't
That
see
is
the.
the most bull ever. He don't have that juice. He don't
I
have the
mean,
juice.
I get it from a size standpoint, but I don't see, like you said, I don't see the athleticism Derrick Henry had at all. Like, first of all, Derrick Henry's bigger. as big as Braylon Allen is, Derrick Henry's substantially bigger. But he's
He's
also
my
like has way better feet and it's just so much more athletic. I think Derrick Henry ran like a 4.5, like a low 4.5. You know what I mean? I don't think Braylon Allen is gonna get into that 4.5 range. If he gets into the 4.6 range, I think that's good for him. That
here for
tells
him.
you how yeah, but I
I
think that
think
tells
he's
you
gonna
how
be
great that
slow
four
and
five was for Derrick Henry.
I think he'll be slower and not agile. Also, I, I think these people that got him as RB1 gonna find a reason to jump ship. As
And
soon as another running back get any kind of other draft capital, we'll see the final reason to jump ship.
yeah, man. He is a good running back though. You know, so I think if he gets the right landing spot, he could probably get you in his rookie year. I could see him getting you like flex numbers. If he goes to a really good offense and they give him like the goal line work and whatnot, I could see
But
that's the type of role.
here's my problem. there's only a couple people in in this class that has this problem. He has the PFS PFF Benjamin Button syndrome. His PFF grade got worse each year. I don't like that.
It's not that uncommon for running backs, though.
The worst
I think the
each
same
year.
for Blake Corum. Like Blake Corum, his shit was elite, and then this year it doesn't look so elite. But I think like once you become the starter and you dominate, then that next year all the coaches of all the opposing teams are like, we're going to stop him. And it's so much easier for a team to say, okay, we're gonna focus. It's so much easier for a defense to say, okay, we're gonna focus on the offense's run game and neutralize that. And I don't know. So it's just really hard. And the thing with PFF, I rely on PFF for a lot of stuff, at least for like a point of reference. But I could never understand their running back ratings, bro. I could never understand that. I'll be watching the dude just
If you
carve up.
understood it, then you wouldn't need PFF. Because you don't need it
Nah,
for the wide receiver grade.
nah, I need PFF even if I understand it, just because I'm not gonna chart all that shit myself, right? So even if I did understand it, I wouldn't do the work to actually do it. But I'll be watching the guy just make the most out he can with every carry, right? And just the PFF would give him like a 69 or 70 something run scores. So I will say this: when you have really high scores for running backs running the ball, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But I don't knock it if you don't have high score. I just give you a plus if you do have high score.
Nah, nah. So that stood out to me, and that's pretty much it. Because his best year was his first year, and it just went downhill since then. And he don't have any juice. I don't think he have any juice. That's not confirmed. I know his testing numbers that was from high school was horrific,
Terrific.
horrific, horrific. Short shuttle was 5 seconds. I ain't never seen nothing like it. Three cones, 7.8. It's just like what? And I
Yeah,
think
he's not.
the quarter was in a five. It was like a five. It was rough. The numbers were rough.
He's so much bigger than anybody that's trying to tackle him in college.
Hmm.
It's not going to be the same in the NFL, but he's going to be a lot bigger than those dudes too at 240 something with the linebackers being so small now. But um, and I don't think he's going to be a factor in the passing game either.
I thought Trey Benson was gonna give me more this year, and he didn't give me as much as I wanted. Everybody looked like they're on the balls of Jonathan Brooks.
Everybody look what?
They on the balls of Jonathan Brooks. They said if he wasn't
Yeah, I don't
hurt,
understand that.
he'd be the or RB1 if he wasn't hurt.
You agree?
I like him more than Burley Allen. If he wasn't hurt, I would like him more than Allen.
Hmm. Maybe I need to look at him some more. But I feel like when he got injured, that's just too much of a gamble for me.
Yeah, and I'd rather
Um,
someone else take the gamble.
right. So I can't imagine NFL teams is going to spend that much draft capital on him. Not within those first 2 rounds, anyway. Maybe not within those first 3 rounds, but you know how they I had out in the combine to get all the medicals and stuff for all these guys. So that should be telling. But Trey Benson, man, I'm low on Trey too. He's where remember I said I had what's his name? Braylon
I'm not
Allen.
that low on him. I was higher on him. I thought I was gonna be higher on him like before the season, and he didn't show up like I thought he would.
So he's you know how some guys you just feel like they're not gonna add anything in the pass game. I think he's a liability in the passing game,
Damn.
which like significantly reduces his ceiling, in my opinion.
Well, you should love my boy. Then who I had number one, you should love
Yeah,
Bucky Irvin.
I don't got a
Even
bad
though
word to say
he don't
about
have the
Bucky.
weight that you don't have the weight that you love. I know you're a guy that care about weight.
Well, it has to offset, right? Like if you sub 200 pounds, you have to run low 4.4s or 4.3, something like that. I don't think Bucky gonna run that fast, but I think Bucky's gonna be over 200 pounds.
And I already told you. I think even though we don't think much of um, Jace McClellan, I think as the process go along and he killed a combine, I think his stock will rise.
You
Um,
might be right.
Dylan Johnson is cool. He got the size and the pass catching pedigree. What you think
He
about him?
does. He doesn't strike me as like a great athlete.
That's, the
I
high
watch
school
him. I'm
numbers
just
looking
like
good.
I'm not very enamored with his lateral agility or his burst or anything like that. It just feels like he takes what the defense gives him. And he's reliable.
His high school numbers look good though. Straight up. Ran
The
a
high
four
school.
five six. Short shuttle 4.19 with a 36 vertical. That
Oh
being out of
wow.
high school, those some good numbers.
Yeah, for sure. That's impressive. If he runs a stop 4.5, that'll change my tune a little bit. It'll bump him up a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. I think he got
Definitely
average
at that
too.
size, 6'6", 218.
hmm
Sign me up for all of that.
Dude, that whole offense was crazy. You think about it, right? Like Daniel Jeremiah, he has this saying like it's either like your truck or trailer, right? Where a truck is pulling the team and the trailer is getting pulled by the team, and that's important to figure out for quarterbacks. Now that I'm looking, I like Michael Penix, but now I'm looking at all the talent around him. Like, damn, was he the trailer? Was they pulling him? Because they offensive line, they got some dogs on there, and they won the Joe Moore Award, which is the top best offensive line of the year. And we already know about Rome. And folks thought Jalen McMillan was going to be better than Rome coming into the year. He goes down, and they don't miss him at all because Jalen Polk's balling. And now you're telling me they got the most athletic running back in the world on their team. So it's like, damn, at every level, this offense is just top tier. So it's like, okay, well, it'll be really hard for Penix to fail. And what does that say about him?
I mean, at the end of the day, you can have all the talent in the world, but you still need the right captain to sail the ship. So,
Right, right, right. Don't get me wrong, man. Penix is his thing, and
because that's why I still have hope for Bryce Young. I'm not saying I was high on Bryce Young, super high on Bryce Young, but I know if you surround him with talent, he gonna put up numbers. I don't think he I don't think he a kingmaker like Stroud, but you know, just like Tua, just like Cousins, you know, give them the talent, they'll put up the numbers.
He definitely might have a breakout year next year. I just they really Carolina really fucked themselves over, man, by giving away DJ Moore. You know,
Shit, they gave away everything. CMC and DJ Moore. Got
yeah.
rid of all the
Like
talent.
if they would have kept like this year's second, what was it? This year's first or second? No, if they would have kept this year's first, like give away DJ Moore or this year's first, not both, man. Figure something out because you just putting this quarterback in like a really tough position, right? Because you give away his best pass catching option, and then if you wanted to invest in a high talent as a pass catcher, you don't have that option because you gave your first pick away, right? Like they could be drafting Marvin Harrison right now, and then people would feel like, okay, they put some pieces around him, Marvin Harrison, Adam Thielen, maybe Mingo takes another step, utilizes the slot, whatever. Ooh, nah, it's quiet. Like, uh, can they? And I don't even think they got the draft capital to be able to trade for like a veteran, somebody like that. Like with their second round pick, you think the Bengals would accept their second round pick for T Higgins on the franchise tag?
Hmm, probably not. I know how greedy teams is.
They should. They should take that and run with it.
Yeah, they should. That's what I said. But I know how greedy teams is, bro. I mean, it's the same way you deal with people in dynasty, bro. As soon as they know you want this player, I was like, got you.
Yeah, but it's just like that's why I don't really get into that. For me, it's really just like I'm looking for a certain type of thing, and I guarantee you, like you're not the only person who has that certain type of thing I'm looking for, right? So if I say like, hey, I got this mind you, it's the first pick of the second round, the 33rd pick overall. Like all you got to do is give me a player you can't afford to re-sign anyway.
Sounds
Somebody gets
easy to
spicy.
me.
Somebody gets spicy. They got, and it's not only is it a second round pick, but it's the money you get back too. Like, because even a franchise tag with T. Higgins should be like $15 million or some crazy number like that.
Like I said, sounds easy and smart to me. But I just know people are greedy.
hmm Like the
People are greedy.
Bears GM deserves another extension. I don't care what happened on the field.
And
I
and
got
that's the
somebody. I got somebody that you won't have ranked.
hold up before you say the person's name, and I'll be surprised if I don't, because you better not mention Vidal, because that's my boy. But I was just mentioning to I was just mentioning to another guy what you was just saying. It's like I know people might lose their job if they don't draft um Caleb Williams at the 101.
Right.
So wouldn't wouldn't you be able to get way more if you trade that 101? Way more to surround Fields with?
Say that one more time.
Wouldn't you be able to get way more um as far as assets to be able to help Fields out if you trade that 101? Because you can get a king ransom for that 101 pick, but you're not gonna be able to get a king ransom for Fields.
Yeah, but I mean, so I see both sides, right? So the money situation has to come into play because if you decide you're going to keep Fields, you kind of have to resign him, right? Because like either way, you're going to get fired, right? Because if you decide to keep Fields, and you don't re-sign him, then you should get fired for not drafting Caleb Williams, right? Because at this point, he's in your organization 2-3 years, been a starter 2 years. Like you should have a pretty idea of what he is or what you think he can become if you put him in the right environment with the right pieces. So if you get that wrong, right, you should get fired. You'll be fine though. You'll be an assistant GM somewhere else. You'll be fine, but you should get fired. Um, that's if you draft Fields and don't re-sign him, extend him, whatever it is. Now, let's play out that scenario. You don't re-sign him. You don't. In this scenario, you stay with Fields, so you have the first overall pick. I think you also have like pick 10 or something like that, right? Because you have the Carolina pick and you have your pick. So in that scenario, you could draft Marvin Harrison first, right? Or you could be smart, target another elite raw receiver, and be like, I'm going to trade just far down enough to where I can still get that raw receiver, right? Because with DJ Moore, do you need a Marvin Harrison talent? No. Could like Malik Neighbors, that'll work. Roma Dunze, that'll work. Brian Thomas, that'll work, right? So maybe you can get to like pick 2, 3, 4, right? And the threat for pick 2, the Commanders is like, let's say they are only very confident in Caleb Williams. And the Bears are like, if you trade up with us, we'll swap picks. You don't got to give us too much. Just give us like a second next year. So we're going to swap these 2 picks. You get a second next year, and we'll get this pick. Then the Commanders, they draft Caleb Williams. The Bears, they still get Marvin Harrison Jr., right? And they got another pick next year. And when they get to 10, they can get something else, maybe on defense or the O-line or something else like that. So now so to your point, you're right. Like they could surround, Fields with all these different weapons. Now the thing is, once you do that, now you have to pay Justin Fields like $40 million a year after next year, and it doesn't give you a lot to work with outside of that.
I guess.
Or you get Caleb Williams, draft like
Yeah, I
Doomsday
mean,
or something.
the whole thing people keep trying is to win the Super Bowl with a quarterback on a rookie contract. That's a dream. It's an American dream. So I can't be mad if that's what you're going for. Can't be mad at them if that's what they're swinging for. Who is that player you mentioned, man? That I don't got in my ring. I need to know now.
Wait, which one do you think which route do you think they should go? Do you think they should trade Fields
I,
and get
I guess
Caleb?
I guess you convinced me because it's like at the end of the day, if you feel, do you feel that Fields can win your championship? Probably not. If you, do I believe Caleb could win your championship? Probably not. But go
Right,
with the one that keeps your job. Go with the one that keeps your job. So
right.
Caleb it is. And then you could try to do as much as you
Whoa,
can.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. I didn't. Okay, let me clarify my stance on that. When I say like, if you don't draft Caleb and he does well, you lose your job. That's in comparison to if you chose another rookie quarterback. Right? Let's say you chose Drake May, because I don't think those two are. I don't think their ceilings are that far apart from each other. But let's say I'm a GM. I feel this way, but I want to bet it on Drake May because I don't like that Caleb Williams painted "fuck you" on his nails or like "fuck you" Todd, whatever he said. Right? That's not very
I don't like
CEO
that
like to
either.
me.
I
Right?
don't like that either.
Yeah, I don't love it. So it's gonna be some people that's gonna feel some type of way about that. So let's say I'm a GM. I'm rather go with Drake May, cleaner prospect, whatever the case is. Now, if if um if Drake May looks like Bryce Young and Caleb Williams looks like CJ Stroud, after I had a chance to get CJ Stroud or to get Caleb Williams. Yeah, I'm probably because it was an easy, like it was an easy. It was like someone gave you the answer and you decided I'm gonna pick something else,
Well, yeah, that's
right?
why I didn't even throw that in the option. It's either you sticking with Fields or you drafting Caleb. That's the only two options. And and like I said, you convinced me. Stick with Caleb. I mean, go with Caleb. Draft Caleb. So you save some money. Try to put the talent around old boy while he young.
Yeah, and you could probably still get like a second round pick, maybe even a first for Justin Fields, depending on the team.
Oh, they'll have to pay. Nick will have to pay.
Like I would love for the Giants again. Danny Jones. I don't love Danny Jones.
You got to see Daniel Jones against stop playing.
Nah, man.
They ain't got the
I
ball. They ain't got the ball to cut off with Daniel Jones right now. I don't think they got the ball to do it.
hmm. Well, the guy I'm talking about is Kendall Milton.
You're right. I don't. I heard his name. I don't think I put him on my list. I think he's still on my other list.
My boy,
Yeah,
top five.
let me take him off my Debbie. Yes, I think he's up. There you go. So I need to update his notes, but let's see. Is he a pass catcher? I'm gonna have to look.
My boy is a dog. That's what he is.
Does he catch passes?
Well, he played at UGA, bro. So you're not throwing running backs a lot, and they got like 3, 4 running backs in the stable. So the short answer is no. But the informed answer is he catches everything thrown at him.
Wow,
He's probably one of the
this
best
man only
pure runners in
caught
the draft.
12 passes his whole career.
He catches. I told you
12
UGA.
passes his whole career.
Right. In the last 2 years, last three
I
years, he
definitely
catches
gonna
everything
penalize
thrown
him
at
for
him.
that.
But when you watch him play, like that's the thing. That's why the Senior Bowl is valuable to me because you put them in certain situations where you get to see how these guys respond and react. That's natural to them or instinctual to them. You in Texas, bro, so I know you probably seen some football in your day, right? But some guys like when they're going to catch a pass, it just looks doesn't look coordinated, or just like when the other dudes you see, it just looks like it's natural to them, like they was born to do it, right? Um, I think it's important to see that with tight ends and running backs, right? Like because they're not always in the position to um, make tough over the shoulder catches, right? Or just certain things like that. Kendall Milton, he looks very natural when he's catching passes. It's just like he's not even thinking about it. Um,
So I'm looking. I can already tell I'm gonna like him when I see PFF grade got better every year. Last year he had over 4 yards after contact.
which is ridiculous.
Had a decent elusive grade. Well, I mean, I would like. I don't know why he will rank for me. Um, it's probably going to be if I'm just looking at it. He's probably going to be in right below. Brilliant Allen, probably.
Not after the combine. He gonna blow up the
um,
combine, bro. I'm telling you, he gonna blow up the combine.
he ain't gonna run that fast. What are you saying?
You saying he not gonna run that fast?
Yeah, he gonna what run a 4.5 something probably.
He gonna run low 4.5s or high 4.4s.
Nah, I ain't no way going no 4.4.
You said I
Oh,
told people this about Zamir White. Same thing. Like they got a certain type at UGA, right? And they don't always stick to that type. They are very loyal to guys that are loyal to them. Like if you stick with them and you're a try hard, like they'll you'll earn some carries with them, right? And the other running backs don't really care that much because they know if they go to UGA, they're gonna get drafted, and them not having a lot of carries is kind of works well for them, in draft.
is this
So
boy up the Senior Bowl? Because you mentioned the Senior Bowl. Is he at the Senior Bowl?
I don't think so.
Okay, I was just wondering.
That is a good question.
Okay, I mean, I haven't been hearing anything about him. So like I said, I just pulled him off my Debbie list just to put him on in the draft for it.
Is the Senior Bowl like an important part of the evaluation for you? Does it like really change
Nah,
things?
I just like to be able to, since Mobile is actually close to me, why not come down here and put my eyes on future NFL players since I have the opportunity. It's not that big of a deal. Now I do give you a bump if you stand out. I give you a bump if you stand out there.
Right.